Hey, earlier today, guys, I posted, and ladies, I posted a video talking about the Fintel showing 210% SI. And I commented and said, based on the numbers, since I've been following, it should be around a 33% increase, so around 210 to 11. So I said, I think that's pretty spot on. Let's wait and see what Ortex has to say. And I thought that they weren't going to get the info and they were going to update on Monday, but they actually put it out. They just put it out within the last 15 minutes here. 210%. 210%, guys. 2.1 shares for every one share in existence. GameStop was never this high, ever. The float on GameStop is 36 times larger, and it was never this high, and it squoze to 483. I don't... Have you, for all of the doubters, okay? I just have one question for the doubters, or the haters. Have you ever questioned, I mean, if you've been in AMC and GameStop, AMC, okay, it had over 700 articles written against buying it last year, okay? 700, that's 2 a day. No lie. They did not want retail to buy that stock. Okay? Have you ever questioned why not one government agency or financial agency or institute, financial company that just does coverage like Fox or MSNBC or Forbes, have you wondered why none of them have discredited Ortex, Fintel, or anyone else who's providing data on this and its accuracy? None of them have questioned it. I don't wonder why. I know why. Because it's a fact. It's numbers. Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't have a bias. Numbers don't say Redbox isn't that shitty DVD company. Numbers just exist. And they just show you a story. And the story here is April 14th, there was 1.2 million shares short. Half of the float. April 29th, there was 2.52 million shares short. More than the float. May 13th, there was 3.52 million shares short. 181% short. And now 4.08 million shares short, you guys. 4 million on a free float of 195. 2 times the entire float. You've used this. You've used these numbers. Cost to borrow, short interest. You've used them to validate getting into other plays. Why would you not use it to validate this play? Why would these numbers apply to AMC? Every YouTuber on planet Earth used Ortex for the whole squeeze, for GameStop too. Everybody used it on BBIG, Ader, Mullen, Indo, DWAC, COS, Spirit, Gree. The list goes on. Why are you trying to pick a fight with other retail? Just look at me, man. I got like a $35 Dickies jacket, gaming chair. Am I a hedge fund? Like, all my suits. I worked at Wells Fargo for a year. They give you a little story here. I worked at Wells Fargo for a year. I was in Canada. It was a secondary lender, meaning if you had like Best Buy card, Future Shop, a retail credit card, we dealt with you, and that's how we would get your info and give you a call to talk about writing loans. consolidation loans, and we did mortgages. But we weren't like a bank. You didn't have a bank account, okay? So I worked for them. I was their, at one point, their second best sales in Western Canada. So I told my boss though, okay, I'm gonna work my butt off for 3 months, for 1 quarter, and I want to raise. I was only making 42 grand, and I was their second best sales in Western Canada. Okay, because banks don't pay shit to their employees. And I said, I want a $10,000 raise, 25%, 52 grand. Like it's nothing. I'm bringing in millions of dollars. And he goes, okay, sure. Work my butt off. 2 out of the 3 months I'm the best. 1 month I'm not the best because this lady is literally doing free overtime, which is not even legal. Not in Canada anyways. Free overtime 1 hour a day, every day for the whole month. Just beats me out. I don't know why she was doing it. I guess just for the commission. So, either way, 2 stellar months and 1 where any manager would be happy to have me as an employee. He pulls me into his office for the quarterly managerial meeting. Shows me a piece of paper. Tells me how good I did, and he's ready to give me that raise. 2 fucking grand. 2 grand. It represented an extra $160 a paycheck. The fucking tax. It would have been like under $100 for every 2 weeks. That's what I got for all my hard work at a bank. That was the last time I wore fucking suits to work. I fucking gave him my 2 weeks notice, told him I'll train someone, and he said, don't worry about it. It's like a security thing, so we'll just pay you for the 2 weeks, and thank you for working with us. And then I move on from there. 4 or 5 months later, and this is in, guess what fucking year this is? 2008. 4 or 5 months later, what do you think happened in that branch? I was good friends still with 2 people there. And buddy calls me up and he says, yo, did you know? Because they didn't expect me to leave or anything. That was out of the blue. So when I told him I was going to give him my 2 weeks, he's like, no, you got to clean your desk and leave now. Because we have way too much sensitive information and data. So they were like, oh, crazy. So he calls me and he's like, did you know? And I was like, no, what? And he's like, that they were going to fire us all? And I was like, what are you talking about? Because he probably thought I knew. And he's like, yeah, we showed up for work. The doors were locked. Our manager, he says his name, was in there. And he tells us that the business is shutting down its Canadian operations. Wells Fargo Financial Corporation Canada. You can Google that shit. Shutting us down. And we all got half hour as well to get all of our belongings. And we don't have a job. Didn't even have the decency, this company, to forewarn these poor people of what was coming. And that was 2008. That's 2008 summed up for everybody. The fucking banks aren't nobody's friend. It's all about money. There's no feelings. When they were on Wall Street with their champagne glasses as people, cheersing and laughing at the people, like the SEC just put that fucking video out, pieing us in the face, laughing at us, people that are struggling, people with families, people committed suicide. It was bad. Like I said before, I'm 38. I've been around the block. I'm not a 20-year-old YouTuber. I'm not monetized. I don't get any money for this shit. I don't have even 1,000 subs. But some people are going to see this, and I hope they hear it and get the message. Like I said in one video, I don't call us family because, we're not family. We're all looking out for our own family, and we're all looking out for ourselves. But we can come together and work together to accomplish our goals, right? Because no one out there in that world, in that financial world, gives a rat's ass about you or me or your parents or your daughters or your sons. If they could bleed every penny out of every pension fund possible and put it in their own pockets, it would be like flicking a light switch for them. Where do I fucking sign? Put that money in my account. Fund coupons. So everybody loves that movie, right? Wolf of Wall Street, right? That guy was a piece of shit in reality, Jordan Belfort. He fucking destroyed people. He lied. He was fraudulent. He's a fucking felon. He was in prison. I know everybody loves the memes. Was it a good movie? Yeah, it's a good movie. But when you sit down and understand that movie is based on the real world and what happened, the guy was a piece of shit. I'm surprised he's alive. It's like Duquan with this Luna, Terra Luna. Just happened. I lost 10G. My dad lost 5. They literally pulled the rug on, it was something crazy like $60 billion. The last guy to Ponzi and rob $40 billion, do you know what he got? Because this Duquan's fucking walking around in Singapore, chilling, made a Luna 2, it's tanking. He's a scammer. The last guy to rob only $40 billion, which is 66% of what he just robbed, 125 years in prison he was sentenced to. He is gonna fucking die in prison. And rightfully so. And I am shocked he didn't just get the death penalty. A lot of these people should get the death penalty, if not worse, if you know what I'm saying. And Jordan Belfort was right up there. All the lavish things he had, that was theft. Just straight theft. He stole it all and used it to live his life. So when you come into the Red Box chat room as a AMC Ape or a GameStop High and Mighty, or you're from BBIG or Ader, if you don't like the play, I don't know why you don't. I don't know why you aren't seeing what is, clearly the squeeze play of 2022. But you might want to take a second to think about shitting on someone who's sitting on the other end of the screen, like coming in and saying, it's shit, you're fucked, I hope you lose your money, or blah blah blah, or whatever. I don't know what you're trying to accomplish other than being a piece of crap. Like, that's not really. It takes no money to be like a decent human being and to be nice. And it certainly takes way less effort to just not even say that. Not even waste your time typing it out. But again, it's like, it's not you versus us and us versus you. And like, this whole distraction thing. We're worth like 100 mil. GameStop's worth 10 billion. 10,000 million. To be a distraction, it's impossible. Impossible. Jeff Bezos, he got blasted because he donated like $5 million or something like that. The guy's worth fucking like 3 billion. And he did like a press article because he did some like shitty teeny donation. It's like the same thing. Or like Elon Musk and Dogecoin. They're people are always like, oh, Elon owns Dogecoin. He owns $1 million of Doge. Do you even know what $1 million is to him? It would be the equivalent of you having 1 penny in your fucking couch cushion. He could It's not even actually that much, but there's just no less actual currency than 1 penny. Like maybe like some Zimbabwean mill, like that's what it's the equivalent of. He just has it, and it's nothing to him. $1 million is nothing at all. Nothing. Wouldn't bat an eye if Dogecoin went to zero. So, like, if you don't want to be a part of this play, like I said, just enjoy your own plays, and I hope you do well, and I hope you make some money. Because any money we lose, that's just more ammo for them to beat us with. That's why I wish more people would wake up and get on board with Redbox. Because any win we can get before 2024 is going to be life-saving, not just life-changing. Because I don't know if you know what's going on out there, but things are not going good. Everyone thinks, it's just a little dip. I've seen the charts. I've seen the charts on that SPY. If it goes to where some of these charts are predicting, it'd be like devolution of like the caveman turns, from an ape into a caveman into a human. It'd be like the backwards of that. Like, it is going to be bad. People are going to be really hurting. So if we can get some money before then and try to set ourselves up to shelter ourselves from the coming storm, we're going to need it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you're a fucking crypto billionaire. Fuck, I really don't know. But I think if you're reading my tweets or seeing this video, you're not rich enough yet or well off enough. Because you wouldn't be wasting your time on YouTube. You wouldn't be looking at my shit. You'd be living your life. You would be sleeping like a baby and eating like a king. And I think YouTube and the stock market would just be the last thing on your mind because of how fraudulent and corrupt it is. So, I just wanted to get that message out about the cost of borrow. Not the cost of borrow, sorry. The short interest. This as a point of validation, my own brokerage was charging over 800% today to borrow. I gave them a call, asked them a few questions just to verify, and he said, yeah. And I said, it's a hard to borrow stock. Am I going to be able to short it if I want to short it? And he goes, he's like, you can, but I don't know if we'll be able to locate it. The answer is no. I just don't know if he's allowed to tell me no, right? Because, I don't know, it's probably like some breach of their terms or something. So, hopefully, tomorrow, maybe some of you wake up with a new mindset. And maybe I change somebody's opinion. Yeah, that's all I got. Thanks, guys.